Gratitude is the same vibration as abundance. As we're starting to get into gratitude, we're really building up a great interior vibration for ourselves. We're building that again, finding more things to be grateful for the day. It's a really powerful thing to put your brain on. This could be related to your life, it could be related to your golf, but more so than just answering the questions is taking a moment to pause, reflect on something like that. Like, I'm really grateful for my dog. My dog is one of my companions. And then reflecting on what is it about my dog that makes me feel so good? And I get that feeling, and it's that emotion and that drive that really kind of sets our day up for success. Another good power question: what am I proud about in my life? Or what am I motivated to do? What challenge am I excited to take on in my day? So, using questions like this. And then when you're brushing your teeth, you want to make this a part of your routine. So create a little self-talk script for yourself. This isn't just like, hey, I hit fairways. No, talk about the qualities of the golfer you're aspiring to be. Take a moment to think of that evolved self who's got past all your problems and challenges. What is that player like? And begin to describe those qualities. Something short and sweet, something that can take a minute to 2 minutes every day to read. And after you brush your teeth, you then stand there nice and tall and either affirm out loud or inside your mind that suggestions. So it's not just about feeling good in the morning. When you're doing that, what's happening in your brain? Where there's a thing, and I might not be pronouncing it right, it's Hebbian learning theory, where you have neurons that fire together, wire together. So every day you're doing repetition, you're binding more of these neurons and you're creating a more diverse and dense network. Next, as you're visualizing this, as you're saying this in the morning, your brain's creating that myelination or lining your neural pathways to make it more efficient and make that pathway more grooved so you can recall these thoughts through your day when you're on the course. And then our superpower, which you're really activating, neuroplasticity. So as you're constantly saying this and visualizing it, the brain's superpower is it's amendable and adaptable based on the things you're saying and your experiences in life. So it's literally yours to mold. And during these times in the day is when you're most receptive to these new thoughts. It gets in there and it really sets the stage for your whole day. If you're not taking advantage of that time, again, it's left to chance. The negativity bias will come in. We have a life that's kind of up and down. So I've learned really early on, I was really blessed that when you own that, you're really owning the day. And then the reverse is happening at night. As you're going to bed and you're doing similar things, your brain, your subconscious is being filled with all your goals. As you're starting to go into those different waves and brainwave states, your brain starts dreaming about these goals. It starts seeing yourself carrying out these things. And then for some reason, you wake up in the morning and you're really excited to go out there and practice and go take on your challenges, and life evolves.
I couldn't agree more with all that. I mean, I have felt that so much lately. My affirmation was from our last guest. I am the best putter in the world. I have it right next to my bed. I have it next to my sink when I'm brushing my teeth. I have it in my office. So and it's so funny that you said that though. I wake up so excited. I'm grateful, obviously, to have this business and to share all this stuff, but it's like it really does come from, like you said, when you go to bed and you're thinking about your goals on and off the course, and you're using your mind intentionally versus just letting stuff happen. And you nailed it too with the gratitude. I mean, that's one of the things people learn about gratitude journals and things like that, but there's so much power, like you said, with that it can just have excuse me, such a big impact on how you feel and what you want to do and your motivation levels. And that's the first chapter of my book. And that was even before I even met you, which is to have an attitude of gratitude. So you nailed that. And I feel like if people just stopped listening here, they would learn so much.
Here's the mistake: that you think like just a one-time repetition or doing
Right.
this is going to be the thing. It's not. You have to do it consistent. But here's the thing: if you just do it consistently, it works. Your mind works the exact same way. It's a matter, like Tom Brady had that great Hall of Fame speech, and he just said, look, one of the reasons I'm here is just because of consistency. Like, what if it was just you getting up and doing that a minute and a half of self-talk each day to be able to manifest and create your dreams and boost your performance and just your overall well-being? What if all it took was just that little commitment? And yes, that's the guarantee. If you just did that, check where you are in a month. After 2 months, 3 months, you're going to start seeing the difference. But it's just a matter of consistency. And so much progress mentally is just a matter of putting in that minute, that 1% improvement, and looking to make those little gains, little gains, little gains mentally, because you can't expect to say like, hey, I'm the best putter in the world one time. What's happened is there's a whole different neural pathway that's grooved. And that might be in line with some of the old things that you believed about yourself, or things from the repetitive negative self-talk, or the picture that we've designed around that aspect of the game. So if that's where you're at right now, when you say, hey, I'm a good putter, understand like that's a little edge, a little edge, a little edge. And we got to keep running that program consistently to go through those same three things I was telling you about.
Hmm.
Guaranteed, it starts rerouting and your brain becomes more efficient with that thought. But you got to do it off the course so then when you're getting to the course, you have these go-to thoughts. You've laid these foundational tracks. So when it really matters, you're ready to qualify. You got that big putt. And when you say, I am the best putter, you have all this conditioning coming in and all this visualizing that's been backing it. And then that's when the magic happens. Again, just from the little consistencies, that 1% gain, doing your self-talk morning and night, that 1% gain, seeing it on your wall, saying it to yourself, visualizing it. And so it takes work, but I promise if you put in the work, your brain will adjust to what you're thinking about too. And it'll get really, really easy to produce those results in that type of thinking.
Yeah, you nailed it too. It's just about consistency. It's not a one-time thing and it'll all just work out, right? It is that there's only two ways to retrain the subconscious, and that's through repetition and hypnosis. And so if you're, able to consistently do something over and over again, that's how you're going to make that lasting change. But you need that consistency in anything, right? Golf and life and business, like you have to just stay. It's all about staying consistent.